Good morning, YouTube. Apologies for the things under my eyes. It's because my hay fever's been acting up. So I just woke up with really puffy eyes and I wanted to sort it out. But welcome to peak week. We're 9 days out and I'm starting peaking for my show now, which is really exciting. And just wanted to give it a little rundown of how things are going to be going for the next couple videos. I'm going to try upload as often as I can, but the videos are probably going to be a bit shorter and just straight to the point. Today's video is a full day of eating on, I believe it's 3,230 calories, 500 gram of carb, which is awesome. First day of the peak. As well as that, I'm going to incorporate a little Q&A because I put up a Q&A box on my Instagram. Got quite a few questions, which is absolutely awesome. So I can use them for these videos, the next videos as well. But let's get straight into showing you what meal number one consists of. So this meal here, just to give you the macros, I'm actually training off of one meal because I'm going to be on stage early in the morning. So we want to kind of replicate a look. Essentially, it's a thought process behind it. But this is 32 grams of protein, 12 grams of fat, 98 grams of carb, 642 calories. Starting off, we've got 110 grams of cream of rice. I'm going to go for carrot cake flavor. God, I can't speak this morning. As well as 30 grams of cereal milk, obviously by Perform, code Mikey for 25% off. And then we've got 100 grams of frozen raspberries, 20 grams of 85% dark chocolate, and then 2.5 grams of pink salt, which I've weighed out here, which I'm going to distribute evenly. And that's pretty much everything for meal number one. Definitely excited to eat this first thing in the morning because you know I love my cream of rice. I'm going to whip it up all together, show you when it's done. We'll do a little time lapse as always and straight onto it. Another exciting thing is I've ordered an AC unit. So I've got an AC unit coming. So hopefully my sleep won't be so awful because yesterday, my God. But I hit a new all-time low as well of today, 70.1 kilograms. That's an all-time low of prep. Definitely flat, fatigued, but it's peaking time, so I feel good. 6,000 to 8,000 steps, 4 rounds of posing. We got posterior on the cards today. As well as that, just a few of the daily supplements I'm taking from the new Perform range. We got D3, K2 Plus, multivitamins and minerals. We've got the sleep supplement I was on about that I was taking. We've got ashwagandha for stress and hormonal support, and advanced omega-3s, and also zinc and trimagnesium. So these are all essentials in my daily diet. I'm going to get to cooking, show you when it's done, chuck it in the freezer so I can eat it in around an hour's time. See you in a sec. Thicker than normal. For 110 gram of oats, if anyone's wondering, I used 500 ml of water. For 30 grams of protein powder, I use 60 ml of water in the whey drip. But what I'm going to do now is quite literally drizzle it on top of the raspberries because that's where I prefer it, if I'm completely honest with you. Might do a little bit on the dark chocolate actually, now that I say that. Get a bit of a cereal milky dark chocolate flavor. That would be absolutely banging. Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with whey drip. It's so satisfying as well, genuinely. Oh, I love it. The small things in life, guys, the small things in life. Look at, well, I say look at that. I don't think you can actually see that. Can't leave any to waste. And then I'm gonna, before I eat it, I'll sprinkle it with a bit of this, and then we go straight to the gym. So catch you when I'm eating it. Right, okay, it is time to eat, and I've actually added an addition on top of this meal, which was 1 gram of low salt. So I sprinkled that on top because Finn wanted me to have a bit more salt before my pre-workout, but have a little look. There it is, looking fantastic. And I'll give you guys the taste test as always. Oh man, that hits hard. I really can't speak. The extra salt on top adds that extra flavor. Sorry about my hair as well. I know it's atrocious. Hair transplant pending for sure. But I don't care anymore. Right, let's scran this, head off to the gym. We've got down us already. So I had this at 1.5 litres. I had a coffee of 400 ml. So that's around we're looking at 500 minus 1, so around 1.4 litres in. Then we got fluid in this as well. Plus I'll save that for my workout because I want to be around that 2.5, 3 litres before the actual workout itself. Let's get into the eating. That was an absolutely divine meal. Really, really enjoyed it. And what I didn't mention as well, in the morning, I had my morning poopy drink. Yesterday, I didn't really have a very good poo, but this morning, let me tell you, it was a good one. So I think if I had what I had yesterday, then I definitely would have been below 70 kilograms, no doubt. Unfortunately as well, my room's quite small. So doing these steps, it's like in between my desk and my bed, because I can't be asked to keep moving my desk up and down. I'm just going to do 10 minutes after every single meal. That should put me on around 5,000. And then just walking throughout the rest of the day will kind of bring me up towards that 6 to 8K range, as well as posing. I'm going to do 2 rounds post-workout and then 2 rounds before meal number 4. That's usually the way I like to structure it. Right after this, going to go straight to the gym, do my posterior session, send photos over to Finn. I've got my AC unit coming, so I want to make sure I'm home for that as well. Let's see what the delivery is saying. It is 4 stops away. Oh, interesting. So maybe I'll have to wait a little bit. And then done quite a bit of check-ins in the morning already, replied to clients, any messages that were sent over the night as well. And then I've got a consultation call later as well, and we'll take it from there. Catch you in a bit. We are back from the gym, which was a very successful but tiring posterior day. I came into it with a really, really good mindset, and I was feeling really good, but then the fatigue kicked in because, you know, it's only my first carb meal going in now. Finn had to remind me that I'm still a little bit battered, but this is my post-workout meal, which I'm very excited for. It's 30 grams of protein powder. I've gone for sweet and salty popcorn in the form of a Ninja Creamy, 50 grams of blueberries, 50 grams of strawberries, 10 grams of coconut almond butter pippin nut, and 8 caramel rice cakes, 2.5 grams of pink Himalayan salt. So, yeah, this one works really, really well. We've got the blueberries and strawberries covered in cinnamon, the 8 caramel rice cakes, and then the lovely Ninja Creamy, which all the salt is inside of, and the peanut butter as well. Really good. And then what I'm going to do essentially is this. Boom, boom. What a lovely combination. I'm not actually going to record myself eating this one here because I just want to chillax, take my time, and then I'm going to go through some questions that I've got through the Q&A. Maybe I'll do it in between meals when I'm doing steps and stuff. We'll see how it goes along. Oh, and also can't forget decaf coffee, 400 ml of water, which I'm going to do some scoops of the Ninja Creamy inside of to act as a milk substitute. You already know. So I'm going to take this all upstairs, relax, wind down. I've got a few bits to do, like set up the AC unit, which I've got no idea how to do. I've actually got to probably rearrange my whole room, which maybe I'll save till later or till tomorrow or even Sunday, because Sunday's a rest day. Catch you very soon. Oh, actually, before I go, I forgot to read off the macros of this meal, which is pretty much a common theme where every meal today has got 100 carb, but it's 30 protein, 9 fat, 101 carbs, 616 calories. So you'll notice pretty much every meal is around the range of 30 protein, 10 fat, 100 carb. Voila. Aiming for 8 to 9 litres of water today as well, if I haven't mentioned that. But yeah, catch you for whatever's next. Hopefully you can hear me all right, because I have got my AC unit all set up right over there. It's in the most dangerous spot probably because it can fall on me during my sleep. So I don't have a lot of room in my room, so I've set it up right above my bed. I'll show you. Oh, let me flip the camera and hopefully you can see. There you are, look at that. Oh, bloody brilliant. That is so, so good. But no, now, well, actually, let me take you through what happened. So essentially, AC unit came, didn't set it up before the gym, set it up when I got back after I ate my meal. I had to move my bed. I had no room in my room. So I took every single thing out of my room, my desk, my bed, my wardrobe, everything, just to rearrange it for that AC. Cleaned out my entire room. And I realized, hold on, I could just put it up on the window. So then after I rearranged everything, I took it all back out, put it back in my room to how my room was set up, because that's the only way I've got the most room in my room. I'm saying room a lot. Set it up over there, and it's been absolutely spot on. Like, it is cold in my room. Best investment of my life. Hopefully, though, you can't hear it like crazy. But here is meal number 3, which I will open up on my Google Sheets so that you can see exactly what it is, or I'll take you through exactly what it is. But essentially, this is normally my meal number 4, but I'm having it as meal number 3. And then pretty much very similar, something very similar to this is meal number 4. And then meal number 5 is going to be another Ninja Creamy. What normally is my meal number 1, but we've had to rearrange things because I'm training in the mornings now. So 100 grams of chicken, 60 grams of basmati rice, 50 grams of mushroom, some ketchup, 3 caramel rice cakes, and 30 grams of jam, 2.5 grams of pink salt, all in this. Let's give it a little taste test. Seasoned with salt, dill, and Mrs. Dash lemon pepper. Absolutely unreal combination. And then, can't forget the Bev. Can't forget the Diet Coke. 3 caramel rice cakes. I'm going to pop that to the side here so I don't get it too messy. But essentially, I'm going to dip it in there and just... Oh, forgot to add 10 grams of almond butter as well. Mixed in with the jam all in here so I can like just do this. And so it's not a plain rice cake. Right, I'll time lapse this one. So I've got a lot of work to do for coaching because I had some stuff happen at home that I had to sort out as well, which I'm not going to get into. As part of the parcel. Catch you in a sec. Hello, and welcome back to meal number 4, and I will take you through it. I should really open up the sheets before I actually start eating the food. I look like a mess still because I've been loving life, super busy. Still 2 check-ins left to do, just because they got a bit later through to me a bit later, and some form feedback, and then also had a lovely client consultation with Greg. Absolute pleasure speaking of you, my man, just before the waiting list pops up. So if you're looking to start coaching with me, by all means, send me a message by clicking the link in the bio, and then I'll essentially explain what the waiting list is, and we'll take it from there, right? But going on to the peaking nutrition plan, what this meal consists of is 100 grams of chicken, 60 grams of basmati rice, 50 grams of mushrooms yet again, 20 grams of peanut butter, 5 calo rice cakes, which is lightly salted, 40 grams of jam, and 2.5 grams of pink salt. So I've done something a little bit different this time around, where I have put 3 rice cakes in here with the rice, the mushrooms, the chicken, dill, salt, and the lemon pepper seasoning. So this one is absolutely fantastic. I thought the rice cakes were going to stay crispy, but they got a bit soggy. And then here we got 2 rice cakes with 20 grams of jam each, 10 grams of peanut butter. I want that massive bite of peanut butter. God, you don't know what I'm doing right now to take a bite of this before I finish the chicken, just for you guys. That is elite. Next segment is actually going to be the Q&A. Still got a couple steps to box off, which I'm going to do after this. Going to get around 15 minutes of steps and 15 minutes for the last meal as well. 2 rounds of posing, bosh, easy peasy. Enjoy the time lapse. That meal was absolutely splendid, and hopefully you can hear me okay and there isn't too much background noise because we got the aircon on. I'm walking on the walking pad, multitasking like crazy, and apologies for the messy room. But let's get straight into some questions. I didn't get too many, but I'm going to quick fire through them because I don't want to make this segment of the video way too long. But where do you get your posing trunks from? I'm pretty sure like a lot of weirdos comment this. I'm not sure if this person is an actual weirdo, but I got mine from, I believe it was Iron Eagles, I think it's called. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Very good question. In 5 years' time, I would have loved to grow my coaching business even more, potentially have a team around my coaching business as well, reach well over 200 clients in total. That's including the team. I think we can get more than that, 100%. I'd definitely love to achieve 100 solo as well, but I think that's going to happen sooner than 5 years. As well as that, have a house or a flat I'm really happy with, and living by myself, whatever the case is, with a partner, whoever it is. But that's where I see myself in 5 years, and carrying on to inspire people, doing what I enjoy, and potentially the YouTube grown even more because I really enjoy it. What made you choose Finn as a coach? Good question. Simply two things, and I'll be completely honest. First one was his client Josh, who's now a part of Natural Physiques, winning the overall at the WMBF, and that being the first ever team to win the WMBF overall, which was really, really cool. And I saw that and I was like, amazing. And then I started listening to his podcast with Reese, the Once You're In, You're In. Boom, simple as that. That's why I picked him. But obviously I'm with him for many more reasons than that. But that's generally why I inquired at first. Show plans for the future, aiming for any specific pro card. Plans at the moment are the PCA Juniors, PCA Naturals 2 Juniors Bodybuilding on the 29th of June. Win that class, win the overall. And then on the 5th of July, we've got the MK Classic Regional, which I'll be doing lightweight bodybuilding because juniors, if they win their class, they can't go into the overall. So I have to be under 70 kilograms for that. And that show there is to essentially compete for a IFBB Pro card in a pro qualifier show, MK Classic Naturals once again on the 26th of July. However, haven't spoke about it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to carry on prep after the 5th of July. We shall see. I'm not saying anything, but I think after the 5th of July, I'm going to call it quits. It's been a long time, but I'll make a full video on that later on. Favorite and least favorite part about prep, about your most recent prep? Favorite part, winning the overall, becoming really close to Finn and his team. That's by far my favorite part. And the fact that I've stuck through it for so long, created a coaching business during it, quit my job. Those are my favorite things, without a doubt. Plain, sweet and easy. Not plain, very exciting and awesome. And then the thing that I like the least is how much I'm struggling like mentally, socially now, if that makes sense. Like I feel very isolated. I don't feel like myself anymore when I speak to others. Like I still try to be as happy and smiley as possible, but I feel like I'm missing a part of me now. And it's gotten to the point where all I'm looking forward to is the show day. And that's why it's driving me, and to keep inspiring those who watch these videos, my clients. But the actual process right now, in all honesty, I'm not really enjoying it. But I'll I'll get it done no matter what. That's my least favorite part. Like I hate not being able to have lots of energy to do the things that I'd do with my mum before, help out in places that I would before. The strict regimen of not being able to have any flexibility whatsoever. Like at this point, there is no flexibility. It's you've got the plan, that's it. You cannot have flexibility at this point. At least I don't. And I hate that. Like I like doing things on the whim, regardless if that's food or not. It's just way too structured, and like the packing for the shows, the amount you have to bring, constantly having to meal prep everywhere you go. Like you can't just buy food out, like even if it was healthy, because your body's not used to it, because I'm so close to the show. Those are my least favorite things, but the main thing is the social aspect of it and not being the same me for my family and my friends. What hair supplements do you take? So I actually take finasteride 1 milligram, which I'm prescribed, and minoxidil finasteride 1 milligram, minoxidil 5 milligram, both prescribed. But I'm actually going to be getting a hair transplant surgery soon, so I will be making videos on that. Haven't even announced that, but yeah, it's all booked up. It's exciting stuff. I know you guys haven't seen my forehead, but once you see the video, you'll see why I always wear a hat, okay? I'm not embarrassed to say. I've always wanted one, so it's about time. Top 5 Perform Whey and Core flavors. Ooh. Top 5 right now I will do. Perform Whey, baklava, sweet and salty popcorn, cereal milk, cookie dough, and last but not least, I would say Egglicious, I think it's called. Yeah, the Egglicious one, the Easter egg one. And then cream of rice flavors, caramel biscuit, carrot cake, chocolate brownie batter, white chocolate hazelnut, and chocolate peanut butter. Bosh. Easy peasy. Who is your favorite sibling? My older brother asks. All of you. I love you all so much. What's the hardest thing on prep? Already touched on that, but definitely the family side of things, the friend side of things. And also I hate the fact that certain things I just can't give my all to. Like if I had motivation to stay up late to edit a YouTube video or do more client work, I can't because sleep is so important at this part. The next day I'd be written off, just adding on to the list. How do you deal with low energy? Just do. I don't deal with it. There's nothing I do to get rid of the low energy. I just sit there. I'm like, well, I signed up for this. No one's forcing me to do it. I've got a goal I want to reach. The one thing that motivates me a lot is I know I'm inspiring a lot of people, like because of the messages I get. That's why I want to carry on doing it. That's why I will carry on doing it. And because also I absolutely love the feeling of the days leading up to the show. I want to make my coach proud as well. I want to be able to prove that what I've done is amazing and win 3 overalls. That's the only thing that's helping me deal with low energy. For YouTube videos, I'm always smiley. Maybe the one yesterday wasn't so good. How much of a surplus should I do on a bulk? Good question yet again. So it's very dependent to your starting point of your body composition and how old you are, your experience at the gym, all these different things. So I can't give you a set answer, to be honest with you. If someone came to me who was relatively skinny, just getting into the gym, I would put them on a higher caloric surplus than someone who's advanced, already got a bit of muscle and is lean and wanting to get into lean bulk. So it really does depend, and like going out of phases, how big the calorie surplus is. Like someone coming out of prep who goes into a recovery diet as a natural athlete would be on a much significant calorie surplus than someone who's dieting for a lifestyle. They'd most likely do a reverse diet where it's a small incremental increase in calories. But I would say in general, I like to stick between 100 to 200 calorie surplus max, if I were to give you a rough number, but it's so dependent. What are your plans post-show? Plans post-show, hair transplant, grow my coaching business even more, support my family, give back to those around me who supported me, carry on doing YouTube, enjoy life yet again, recover from the diet, number one thing, get my body back up to a healthy point. So my hormones are back, my libido's back, my sleep's back to normal, my food focus is back to normal, all these different things. I don't have any food plans in terms of what I want to eat or anything like that. I just know this earliest thing I've got is my hair transplant surgery, and then it's my dad's birthday as well, so that'll be really, really nice. Do you play any video games growing up? If so, what was your favorite? So that's my client, Haroon. Hello, Haroon. I don't think any of my other clients have said anything just as of yet. No, it was just Haroon. So thank you, my man. Appreciate it. I play video games. At the moment, I don't, just because I'm so busy. Ever since I started the coaching business, I had to let off games. But actually, one of my clients, Dylan, wants to play a bit of CSGO. Dylan H, the Beast, CSGO 2. So we might be hopping on that. But all my life, I grew up playing Minecraft, Call of Duty. When I was 8 years old, I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. That was my first ever Call of Duty. Best game of all time. Rinsed Call of Duty throughout my whole life. So every single Call of Duty I've had, the new ones are rubbish. So favorites, Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2. And then Minecraft, I played for years. I also was actually a semi-pro in Fortnite, believe it or not. I love Destiny. Destiny was one of my favorite games of all time as well. And those are just a few I can name off of the top of my head that have a huge impact. And then the most recent one, oh, and CSGO. I played CSGO for absolutely ages. H1Z1 as well, King of the Kill. Before Fortnite, PUBG I enjoyed as well. And my most recent game that I was obsessed with, like during uni time, League of Legends. So yeah, how to grow your social media following. Be consistent. Number one tip, be consistent, be yourself, and then you'll grow a following if you're being authentic and consistent. Best cream of rice flavor from Perform, already answered that one. Diet tips for people that are currently already 12 weeks in and are really feeling the fatigue. So that's where having a coach can be really beneficial, because you can incorporate things like planned diet breaks, refeeds, all these different things. And it's important sometimes to realize when it's probably best to go out of a dieting phase and not carry on dieting, because you can cause a lot more harm than you actually think. And it might be better to be like, hey, John, let's just go into a calorie surplus for even if it was 8 to 12 weeks, not a proper one. And we're going to take it nice, slow, build up our food so that you feel a lot better. You've got a lot less mental fatigue, diet fatigue. And then we'll go into a shorter dieting phase where we could take it less aggressive because we built up our calories within those 8 to 12 weeks. You're a lot more fresh. It's around winter time, so you're not going to care too much in terms of you're not going to be sweating hot in the pub, all these different things. So that's one thing I help a lot with my clients, mate. And if you want to go through like a consultation, by all means, let me know and we can have a little chat. But I think definitely the best way is to assess whether you think dieting is a good idea, because most people will now go into a vicious cycle where you probably push on to finish a diet, then you say you're going to lean bulk, then you end up binging, and then because you binge, you're right, I'm going to mini cut, and because you mini cut, you're going to binge again, and it's a vicious cycle you can't get out of. And then before you know it, you're dieting for the whole entire year. You've wasted a whole year of progress just because you wanted six pack, right? Whereas it would be much of a safer bet and a better idea to say, hey, let's just put that plan off for a moment just so we can do it in a healthy way and actually achieve what we want, and then come out of the other end whilst keeping our abs and going into a lean bulk, gaining muscle, making the progress that gym's actually about, right? It's not all about abs, guys. And then from Luis Eduardo Barron Perales, do it jiggle. Hell yeah. Right now, maybe not, because it's quite low body fat percentage, but normally, yes. So that answers all the questions on Instagram. I'm not sure if I got any on the anonymous stuff. Oh, bloody hell, I did. Let's have a look. My friends really like you. Thank you. I like your friends too. I like you, but I'm too scared. Sorry, I don't mean to scare you. You dating someone right now? Nope, I'm not. I split up with my partner during prep. So, just an unfortunate thing that happens. Haven't actually mentioned it on here. But yeah, me and my partner split up during prep, I think, or maybe a month and a bit ago now. So yeah, in all honesty. What app do you recommend for tracking macros? So all my clients have macro tracking enabled through the app that I coach them with. But to be honest, my new favorite thing, if I were to recommend anyone, would be Chronometer. I really like Chronometer. I've used MyFitnessPal my whole life, but Chronometer is awesome. Who's the last person you texted? Let's have a little look. It was Adam. Adam has had a weigh-in because he's got a wrestling competition tomorrow, and at 1 p.m. he had to be under 100 kilograms. So I was messaging him every single hour since 7 a.m. this morning and like 8 p.m. last night. No, earlier than that. It was like the whole day. He was just updating me on weights all the time. I was kind of letting him know what he can eat, what he can drink, so we stay under that 100 kilograms. And as soon as the weigh-in was done, he made weight. We're starting a carb up tomorrow, more of a carb up as well, ready to optimize fuel energy for his wrestling competition. So sorry if I missed any questions that you guys sent, because it's 5:30, so any that were sent after 5:30, apologies. And this is a much longer segment than I wanted it to be. But last but not least will be meal number 5. I'm going to do my posing, done a good chunk of steps. I've been walking for 15 minutes now. Awesome. Chill out, get back to some client work. Catch you for meal number 5. It is time for the 5th and final meal, which I am definitely the most excited for. It is 30 grams of protein powder, sweet and salty Perform, popcorn flavor, 100 grams of blueberries, 20 grams of almond butter, 8 rice cakes, 200 grams of banana. Wowza. So let me show you the creation I invented. We've got all of that. So we got the banana and the blueberries underneath there, the 8 rice cakes, and then the protein powder in the form of a Ninja Creamy. Ooh, hold on, I've got to turn my TV on because you think I'm watching this without a TV. You're absolutely insane. I turned off the switch when I was cleaning up my room, so now the TV is going to take ages to load. But in the meantime, I'll give you a little taste test. The almond butter in this makes it so thick, and I'm just chilling in my boxers, by the way. Before bed, something cold like that. I'm going to get a bit of a blueberry, banana, some ice cream on top of this bad boy. Yes, sir. I love bananas, AO. Not in that way. Bananas, like, I've only ate last peak week, and now it was near the end of last peak week, but God, it made me realize how good they are. Especially if they're like ripe and settled. I prefer when they got the brown spots, so I bought mine a couple of days ago preemptively, knowing I was going to get bananas, and it worked out stupidly well. So that is going to be the end of the video. The mic's about to run out of battery as well, but that's a total of 3,230 calories, 500 carb, 57 fat, 164 protein. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you got to this part of the video, comment Ninja for Ninja Creamy. Love you guys. Don't know if you can hear that. Sorry about the TV noise, but love you guys. Catch you soon. Peak week, 9 days out. Let's get it. See you later.